These demons, in terms of drugs, and they're all out there on the street out there now. I remember years ago when I was working for Procter & Gamble, I had a brand new 1969 Mercury Montego 4-door, blue on blue, air conditioned. Man, I was hit big time. And I would drive down Fulton Street because my grandmother, I was living on Flatbush, on East 10th Street, but I'd go back to Bed-Stuy. My grandmother lived on St. James. And I was driving down Fulton Street in the area of Fulton and Nostrand and Brevoort, in that area, Bedford and Franklin and Clawson, if you know Brooklyn. And back in the late 60s, 69, 7 of them junkies be out down the street. And I'm sitting up in there, got a white shirt on, a necktie, and an air-conditioned Mercury New Montego that the company just gave me. And I said, I got to help my brother. And I knew I could, because when heroin was offered to me at every party I went to, and there were heroin people passing around a glassine envelope, snorting it, and they passed it to me, I passed it on. The reason why I didn't take it, first of all, I'm demon-proof. But at that time, I had not been saved, but my demon-proof is that I knew that that would change my reality. If I took that heroin, I knew that I would step into a world that was unnatural, unreal. I'd lie, steal, cheat. But the other thing is, this is absolutely true. I mean, I say it as a joke, but I thought I was too good looking because everybody on heroin was raggedy and, unkempt, living in abandoned buildings, stinking up to high heaven, ain't got no money, and I didn't want that for myself. How can a man be out there on the street, right out there in front of the store, up in front of Caribbean Star, nodding out, who's only 40 years old? Didn't somebody tell him about the 60s and the 70s? You mean to tell me that the church and that the politicians, Dr. King, Obama, Medgar Evers, Malcolm X, they weren't able to tell these people, don't do dope? They're still doing it. They're raising hell about white people still being racist according to them, but hell, they're still doing dope. I mean, you would think that would be something so far in the past that nobody would be a junkie anymore. Nobody would be a junkie. I mean, don't you know what it does to you? And you hear James Brown talk about King Heroin? You mean to tell me you got a 25-year-old that starts shooting dope today after all of the marching of Dr. King and the black president Obama, and yet they are still junkies on the streets of Harlem more now than they were last year? You got to be out there. Something's wrong. Some demons. It's them demons in them pulpits. It's them demons in the mayor's office. Maxine Waters, back in the late 90s, if I'm not mistaken, early 2000, was raising holy hell in the Congress. She's from South Central Los Angeles, Maxine Waters. She's a congresswoman. She was raising holy hell that the CIA was dumping crack cocaine in the South Central. In other words, they were bringing the cocaine in, weakening the people, weakening the children, weakening the families, and by that, they weren't able to maintain the stores. The Koreans came in, opened up the stores, the vegetable shops, and took the economics of South Central. And she said it was a CIA that was bringing it in, giving it to the young Hamite boys. They got weak. There's no more man strength in the community. The churches are in on the deal. The churches are laundering the money. And so what happens is that the community becomes weak and the Koreans take over. And she had a big thing about an investigation into CIA. I'll tell you this. The demons have come up here and they have dumped homosexuality into the churches. Now, it was already here, but they have dumped it, and they've dumped drugs. They come up here And they have made me, anybody who speaks out against this behavior, they have made a hate figure. And so therefore, the people don't listen to my voices. And you got drug addicts, you got homosexuals, the demons. And then they give the churches money. You want $25 million for your church? We're going to take man in his church and put him on the street. We're going to take him. We ain't giving him nothing. We're going to foreclose on him. It's all a lie. It's all a concoction. He's fighting, but we're going to take him down and put him out there on the street, running around there thinking he's somebody. Put him out there at his age, he'll be homeless himself. He and Elizabeth will be living on the street. When we get through with Manning, when we get through with that boy, we can get in there and turn some of them people in there against him and put that boy, shut down that street and turn that church and turn it into a homosexual haven. And put Manning on the street, have him begging, have him homeless, have him die, have him die. Look at Elizabeth, take off all them nice clothes, have her begging. Well, ain't nobody gonna take him in. Ain't nobody gonna take Manning and Elizabeth in. When we finish with him, running a job on him, writing newspaper articles about him, getting people to lie on him, the demons. I laugh. Go to hell, demon! Go to hell! I'm the Lord's servant. He hates it when I say that.